Do not call your defeat an agreement. The time for your empty promises is finally over.
Iran has fired a barrage of missiles at central and southern Israel.
When is this going to end? Is there any end in sight? Let's dive in. Right now, strikes are intensifying and both sides are showing no signs of backing down. But at the same time, world powers are making moves that suggest this conflict may be reaching a critical turning point.
Iran has fired a barrage of missiles at central and southern Israel. At least one of them has reached central Tel Aviv. Search and rescue teams have been attending to casualties. 6 people have been reported injured. Media reports indicate there have also been strikes east of Tel Aviv and in southern Israel around Beersheba. Meanwhile, we're just hearing that the Israeli military says it's completed a large wave of strikes in Isfahan. Iranian media reporting that Israeli-US strikes hit 2 gas facilities and a pipeline just hours after President Trump announced a temporary pause in attacks on the country's power infrastructure.
As BBC reports how much both sides are bombing the crap out of each other, the market to which is being affected has a slight pause when Donald Trump announced that there's been a pause in the conflict, and also the global economy is under threat. Everyone is fearing a global recession because the market is not reacting well to this conflict. But then here comes hope. Hope came from Donald Trump when he announced this to the public, that he and the Iranians are locked in direct negotiation. Watch this.
By the way, a tremendous success, as you know, in Iran. We had one in Venezuela, now we're having one in Iran. They have no Navy left. They have no Air Force left. They have no anti-aircraft equipment left, no radar left, no leaders left. The leaders are all gone. Nobody knows who to talk to. But we're actually talking to the right people, and they want to make a deal so badly. You have no idea how badly they want to make a deal. Yeah, please.
Are you going to send Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff to do direct negotiations with the Iranians?
Yeah, well, we're in negotiations, as it turned out, and now you've seen what I said yesterday was exactly correct. We're in negotiations right now. They're doing it along with Marco, JD. We have a number of people doing it, and the other side, I can tell you, they'd like to make a deal.
But is this fanciful rhetoric in order to quell the market and calm global economy from spiraling to uncertainty, or is Trump really talking to the Iranians? Some are saying, is Trump begging to talk to the Iranians, or is there talks going on in the background and this is not being reported? Are Trump reaching out to his allies and friends trying to come to the end of this conflict? As some may say that the Americans are being beaten and defeated and humiliated by Iran. What is Iran saying about this? Is there any talks going on between the United States and the Iranians?
Has mocked Donald Trump's 15-point proposal for a ceasefire with Iran, calling it strategic failure.
The strategic power that you were boasting about has now turned into a strategic defeat. If the self-proclaimed world superpower could escape this predicament, it would have done so by now. Do not call your defeat an agreement. The time for your empty promises is finally over. The level of your self-preoccupation has reached the stage of negotiating with yourself. We frankly and unequivocally declare that no situation will ever return to its former state until it is our explicit will to do so. This will only come into being when the very thought of taking any action against the Iranian nation is completely eradicated from your filthy minds. Our first and final word from the very first day has been, is and always will be this: no one will ever come to terms with someone like you. Not now and not at any other time.
So Trump's speech makes you wonder, is this the beginning of the end? As war between Iran and Israel intensifies, something unexpected is happening behind the scenes, it seems. China and Russia are now stepping in, calling for urgent peace talks. But here is the question, why now? Because this isn't just about war anymore. The global economy is already starting to feel the pressure, and what happens next could affect everything from oil prices to global markets. So, is this a real push for peace or a warning sign that something much bigger is coming?
US President Donald Trump insists that his country has been holding talks with Iran. Tehran has denied that any talks have taken place. However, two of its closest partners, Russia and China, seem to be urging Iran to try and work out a settlement and bring to an end the war. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi has spoken to his Iranian counterpart Abbas Araghchi. The call was reportedly held at Iran's request. The Chinese Foreign Ministry has revealed the details of the call. It says that Wang Yi told Araghchi that talking is always better than fighting. He urged Iran to seize the opportunity and begin the peace talk process as soon as possible. China also has a special envoy to West Asia, and he had announced that Beijing was willing to help bring down tensions and restart dialogue.
The Chinese people value the paramount importance of peace, and the foundation of China's policy on the Middle East is to promote reconciliation and peace. As a responsible major country and a sincere friend of regional countries, China will maintain close communication and coordination with the parties, help bring down tension, pave the way for a ceasefire, build bridges for restarting dialogue. As long as the conflict continues, we will not rest our diplomatic mediation efforts.
Russia has also urged Iran to opt for political and diplomatic settlement of the war. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has had a call with Araghchi as well. Their call took place after Trump announced that the US and Iran were already in talks. Russia's foreign ministry also gave a readout to the conversation. It said that Lavrov urged Araghchi to discuss the immediate cessation of hostilities. He also urged Araghchi to negotiate a deal that would focus on securing Iran's legitimate interests. So both Russia and China have urged Iran to consider peace talks and focus on ending the fighting. Russia has also suggested that Iran should negotiate a deal that will address all of its concerns.
So the United States are saying that they're talking to the Iranian officials, and IRGC are saying that the United States are negotiating with themselves. So is this the moment the war ends, or the moment it truly begins? Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe for more global updates. So I'd like to thank you very much for your time, and I shall see you on the other topic.